this is Anya, and I'm back here in my podcast podcast about perfectionism and how I deal with it. Um, I haven't been on here for a while because I decided that I'm gonna be recording whenever something like comes up, what I'm dealing with regarding perfectionism or just whatever I'm dealing with. I'm gonna be sharing it here with you. And for quite a long time, like nothing really was happening, and then things turned around completely, because one of the things which happened is that I turned 30 recently. And like, even though I know that it's just another number and that nothing changes, like no big changes happen, or like of course they can happen, but it's not like once you turn 30 automatically everything will change. So even though I knew that, I still kind of expected something to happen, because 30 is the time where it's like a big milestone in your life, and the society and the previous generations, they give you like some expectations of like what you should expect when you're 30. And one of the things is that like when you're 30, everyone expects you, so you also expect you to know what you're doing in your life, to just like be stable, have everything set, and know what you want from life. And also, like, for women, we are getting more and more questions about like if we are gonna have kids and when. So it's like this. And I like, even before, like when I was turning 25, I got some expectations, because those expectations were set by our teachers at school, who were asking us when we were 15. My speaking is a bit off because I'm laying in the bed with a headache, so I just wanted to say I'm sorry, but I'm not sorry. I'm a big deal. Let's continue. So when I was 15, my teachers were asking me, where do you see yourself in 10 years? Of course, 15 years old me got like this vision that I'm gonna be having a house, a husband, 2 kids, a car, a dog, cat, and all of this when I would be like 25. Fast forward to 25, when I was just finishing my university, and like it was super difficult at that time because I took longer than usual. That it's like the usual time for finishing the uni, especially my major. It usually takes like 4 years, and I took 6 years to finish because there were some things going on with my thesis, and I just wanted to make sure that I don't put too much pressure on myself. So I extended my studies for 2 years. By 2 years, I'm not sure which one is correct, but whatever. So when I was 25, I just finished school and I was starting my first job. I moved across the country for the job, and I remember how disappointed I was at that time, because I got those expectations, the things that I wanted to have, and I didn't have them. I didn't have a boyfriend at that time. I didn't have a house. I was renting apartment while I was starting my first ever job, like full-time job after school. So yeah, I got like when I was 25, I got nothing what I expected that I would have. And I remember how that broke me. So, like, during the next 5 years, from 25 to 30, I've done quite a lot of work on myself. I totally changed my mindset. And I already mentioned it here that I'm a part of Mastermind from Tony Michelle. She's my mentor, and she's like really amazing mentor. And I'm really glad that I got a chance to be in the same program with her, because she's like really a queen. So yeah, for the past years, I've been working on myself. I've been constantly like improving and also doing things nobody else from our family did, like moving across the country for a job or flying alone to China, or just I was like breaking the curses our family had. And not only like the curses, like literal curses. I'm not talking that, I'm not meaning that my family is cursed, of course not. But like, you know, the limits that are set, that people are, for example, not traveling somewhere abroad, or they are afraid to fly, or I don't know, they don't like living in big cities, they don't want to go to big city and stuff like that. And I was like, okay, let's do all of it. So I flew alone, and it was my first ever flight in my life. I moved across the country for a job, and at that time, I just felt like I'm gonna do this because nobody else did that before. And even in the past, at high school, when I was choosing my language course, my parents and brother were advising me to choose German or Russian, because at that time both of them were able to help me with that, just in case I got stuck or something. And I was like, no, I'm gonna choose French because nobody is choosing that and nobody can help me with that. And I'm like, I'm gonna do this. And they were like, but we can't help you with that. And I'm like, I know, that's why I chose it. So I was doing complete opposite of everything what like people were advising me to do. I probably looked like super crazy back then, but yeah, in these past years I've been working on myself. I'm having a mentor right now. I'm taking like different master classes. I'm meditating, and that's a new thing, and that's a huge thing because I was so afraid of meditation. And I think one of the reasons why I was so afraid of it was my perfectionism, because it was causing my overthinking, that like I'm constantly that I was like not enough, and I should not be just laying and doing nothing because I have to do this and that and that, and that is not perfect, blah blah blah. You know it. You know what perfectionism does and how it looks like. So because of that, and because of the overthinking, I was not able to really try the meditation without my mind freaking out and without me having a panic attack from that. So that's also something will change because I'm able to meditate, and I'm able to finish the meditation without any interruptions, so that's fine. And recently, for some reason, I don't know like what was the reason. If the reason was that maybe I like unconsciously still got some expectations about what my 30th birthday will be like, and then I got disappointed that nothing changed. I'm not sure. I didn't feel like that. When I turned 30, I was like, okay, it's another number, that's fine. I didn't really have any expectations because I didn't set any expectations. Because like right now I have my dream job, I have a boyfriend, I'm living my dream life, and my dream life now is totally different than what I like dreamt about 15 years ago. So everything changes, and because of how it turned out when I was 25, I didn't really set any expectations for like what I want to have and how I want to be like when I'm 30. But still, probably there was something unconscious there, because once I turned 30, I think it was also like a weird set of things happening that made me anxious. First thing which happened is that I started a birth control, and this is something I was not sure about, and I like didn't want to start, but my cycles were unbearable and I just felt like I needed a rest, so I decided to start, and I've been taking it for 1 month now and I feel so much better. Like, of course, I'm not planning to take it forever, but at least for some time for my body to be able to rest properly. And then I'm gonna, of course, look into some causes of it, like what could be the case of my cycle being crazy like that. So yeah, this is what happened. There's like one thing which was quite hard for me to accept, because for past 10 years I didn't want any hormones, I didn't want anything, I was rejecting all the hormones my doctor offered me. So he was always trying to like find the best non-hormonal options for me, and we tried everything and nothing worked. So I was like, okay, I can't do this anymore, I just need my body to be able to rest for a bit, so let's just try. So yeah, that's what happened. And also, like, one day after my birthday, my grandpa was rushed to a hospital because of some infection in his body. I'm not gonna go into too much details. He's feeling better now, so that's nice, and I'm glad that he's feeling better now. But I had to cancel my birthday celebration because of it, because like nobody was in the mood for celebrating. So like that would be super weird if like my grandpa was rushed in the hospital and I would be celebrating my birthday like nothing happens. So my birthday celebration was cancelled, like the family one. I met up with my classmate from high school who has the same birthday as me, and I remember the shock when we found out that we have totally the same birthday. I think I'm like maybe older by a few hours, but it's the same day, so we don't really like, we never looked at the time of our birth. So yeah, I met up with her, and like we talked about what's new, and we talked about life, and like exactly these expectations from everyone around us, that what they want us to do and what they expect us to have, and how pressuring it is. And it was a really nice talk, and I'm glad that I was able to meet her after those years. And then I went for a lunch with my parents and my brother, and after I came back to Prague, I was also celebrating with my boyfriend. We went for a dinner, but like the celebration was not really huge. It was just like some normal dinner. I didn't really want to make a huge celebration because I usually don't celebrate my birthday in a way that I would like throw a big party or something. I just meet with my family, with my boyfriend, we go for a dinner, or we drink some wine and just chat over the wine and some snacks. So that's what usually our celebrations are. And so yeah, this was like some interesting set of things which happened, which of course made me stressed, nervous, worried, and also I felt like for some reason I started overthinking again. I don't know exactly if like the whole set of things which happened was a start for me to overthink again, or what was the cause of it. But what I remember is that I was having some difficult and important, like really important task at work. and the instructions were not like clear for me. So I was asking my manager if she could help me to like understand the instructions better. And she did, and she mentioned that like later these tasks will go directly to me. And I don't know if this was the thing, like together with the fact that I was already stressed and nervous and worried and everything, if this was like the thing which made me overthink so much that like I'm gonna have a huge responsibility, blah blah blah, and I was like scared of it. And I know that that's like nonsense because I love this job and it's really my dream job and I'm enjoying every minute of it and I really love it, and this is something I manifested some years ago. So I'm living my best life, and still for some reason my overthinking came back. So I was analyzing it, and I guess I'm gonna do some meditation to find out what's the real cause of my overthinking. If it's like only because I was stressed and nervous and worried about my grandpa, and then I was kind of disappointed that I didn't have a chance to really like celebrate my birthday, and then maybe also some like hidden expectations about what's life gonna be when you turn 30 because I try to not have expectations, but like, you know, you have pressure from everywhere around you that you should be having this by time you're 30, you should be doing this, you should be having this, you should have accomplished this, and then you are sitting there and you're like, why and how? So yeah, so these are the questions I was like kind of dealing with. And I also wanted to talk about something else, but I'm not really sure what was that. Oh yeah, maybe it was the fact that I have a half day of sick day because I have a headache, and I got headache since yesterday. And yesterday I think it's because like I didn't manage to drink enough water because as I'm on home office, I I maybe just like forgot. I was so like concentrated on work that I forgot to drink water. So that could be the case, or of course, I react really badly to air pressure changes. If the pressure goes up or if it changes quickly, my head starts hurting. I also react to this, and I checked that approximately at that time when I started feeling my head like hurting a bit, that the pressure was dropping. So yesterday there was a huge change in air pressure, and since then I'm having a headache. I don't know what the pressure is right now, but probably it's like changing, and that's why I still feel my head. I took a painkiller for the night so I could sleep, but for some reason the painkiller didn't work at all, so I woke up with headache. So I tried to work for like 1 hour, and then I was like, sorry, I can't do it. Can I have like 4 hours off, like a sick day, half day of sick day, and then I will come back to finish everything? And they gave it to me. So currently I'm in my bed, and after I finish recording this, I'm just gonna go to sleep for like few hours to have my painkiller to work, and also to like hopefully feel better after I wake up. And yeah, this is what I wanted to share, and I know it's probably like super confusing mess, but that's what it is. And I also checked the date, and I think we have like 1 more month before I'm renewing with my mentor. I really am looking forward to renew with her because it's like amazing. The program is amazing. There's so many amazing people, and we all support each other, and it's like a super safe space where we can talk about everything and nobody is judging no one, and it's just like a perfect space. So I love it. Oh, and I wanted to talk about other things which are also a bit stressful, and maybe also this could be the case why my overthinking came back, because like of course it's not the only reason, but I think it just went all together with everything else what happened. And it's that as I started dancing again, I'm like super excited to try new projects, and I'm like trying to be, as I'm like more energetic, I'm just trying to enjoy that, because for the longest time I was struggling with that. I was unable to dance. I didn't enjoy dancing that much. And now when like I overcame that and I really enjoy it again, I'm participating in a few projects. And one of them is a dance competition which takes place next week, next Friday. And of course, as it's coming closer, I'm nervous because like it's a dance competition. I was not there for like, I didn't participate for like 7 years, maybe longer. And I just want to make sure that everything goes well and that we enjoy, but like there are no mistakes and we are able to with no mistakes, of course, I don't mean mistakes in the dance, but mistakes like in the organization, and that we send every file on time. And yeah, so this is kind of stressful right now. So today after work, we are going to shoot a video as a part of like a video which is going to be running behind us when we dance. And we just got info that we were supposed to send it earlier, but we kind of not like forgot, but all of us were super busy, so we just are doing it late. So this competition, and also like the whole festival, the Anime Fest coming soon, it's a bit stressful. Because like, yeah, I have my costumes, I know what I want to wear, I know where I'm going, I know the city. We have a hotel with my brothers, so we have a place to stay, and I know the hotel, and we were there before and it was amazing. So like, I know all of this, but it's just, as I was not competing before, and there are so many people who know me who are gonna like see me come back with dancing. It's like super stressful. So yeah, I haven't danced in public, like in competitions like that, for a long time, so I'm nervous. And I know it's gonna go well. I know like once I'm there, I'm really gonna enjoy it, and I'm not gonna think about how nervous I am. But right now, as it's something I haven't experienced for a long time, I'm just nervous. So yeah, this is what's happening. And then I have also a few dance projects, and I'm like trying to not take too much so that I would not be able to handle that. And also I'm trying to find some dates to like also be able to rest, because as I'm in multiple projects, and also we have like the final performance of our dance lessons, it's like quite a lot of things at once and in a short time. And as I was not dancing before, I was not experiencing that before, so I'm trying to like handle everything. And of course I'm trying to also have a proper rest. So I wanted to share this because it's quite a lot of new things which are happening in my life. And yep, this is what's happening, and I'm gonna go sleep now for a few hours. My headache is slowly going away, so I think that like once I wake up, it's gonna be better, hopefully. Oh, and one last thing, I'm really looking forward to eating the cake I baked, because my grandma gave me a recipe for a cake, and it's like super easy and super tasty. And I also added some like chocolate pieces to it, so it's even better. And I can't wait to eat it. So yeah, that was really all I wanted to say. I wanted to talk about this. Probably will be one of the longest episodes, because it's already like almost 25 minutes since I've been talking, and I don't even like, when I started talking, I was just like, okay, random, let's go. And I didn't even think about what I'm talking about. So right now I don't remember what I mentioned before. So yeah. have a nice day. And if you are still here listening, thank you for listening. I really appreciate that. And as I mentioned, I probably mentioned in the beginning, yeah, as I mentioned, this podcast will, like, of course, I'm gonna try to keep some schedule, but I don't want to keep too much schedule because then my perfectionism could take over, because I would be like, well, I set this schedule for myself and I was not able to keep it, blah blah blah. So I'm just letting it as it is right now. And like, whenever I have something I want to talk about, whenever I have something I'm dealing with, I'm just gonna hop on here and share it with you like I'm doing now. I'm not sure how often that will be, but I think like this is the best case for my podcast right now, because I feel like if I set a schedule, then it could be a chance for my perfectionism to take over again. Because like, if I have nothing to talk about and I would still like have to keep the schedule and come here and then create some topic to talk about, even though I didn't know what to talk about, it would be like, it would not be authentic, and I would actually be doing total opposite of what I'm here to do, because I'm here to fight perfectionism, and this would like actually let the perfectionism win, and this is something I don't want to do. So yeah, who is still here, thank you. And if you're new here, I recommend going through the episodes to have like some background of what I'm talking about here, because I was going through like some possible cases of me, like why I'm having perfectionism and like how my childhood was and how that influenced me. So this is the beginning, and like in the beginning I was doing episodes both in Czech and English, but then I realized that was like super time consuming, and also mostly all of my listeners can speak English and can understand English, so I switched to English. And I think that even though sometimes I could speak like pretty fast, but my English is still quite that like you could understand even if you are not native English speaker, and like if your English level is not like super high, but still you would understand me, because I also learned English. It's like it's my second language, so I don't speak that fast, and I also don't use like some super specific vocabulary. So I think that most of the people who are coming here, who are listening to me, are able to understand, even if it's just in English. Hopefully. If like I forgot what I wanted to say. I just forgot it on spot, but whatever. English is like even easier for me to talk in, like to use the language, because there are so many words which I would love to use, but they are in English. So when I'm talking in Czech, I have to translate them, and then they don't make any sense. And yeah, it's easier to speak in English. And also, possibly I could have bigger reach with English. Like, I'm not expecting some huge reach or something, but English is just like more convenient language. So yeah, I'm almost on 30 minutes. Wow, 29 minutes now. Okay, I'm gonna end it and I'm gonna go to sleep, and I hope you enjoy this, and see you next time. Bye bye. Thank you.